Aloha, this is Jonathan, and I just got a new deck in the mail. It is the True Heart Intuitive Tarot Guidebook and Deck by Rachel True. It says, my tarot decks are among my closest and best forever friends. I'm a lifelong practitioner and part of a movement committing to demystifying and destigmatizing esoteric studies. The tarot tells the story of humanity, giving you insight into yourself by helping you clarify the now and making better choices for the future. They're like a shrink in a box and spiritual Xanax all rolled into one. That's pretty funny. So for those of you who don't know, Rachel True is an American actress who appeared in many hit and cult films including The Craft, Half-Baked, and Nowhere. She was nominated for an NAACP award for her work on the TV show Half and Half. A native New Yorker and an avid bibliophile, Rachel is a lifelong tarot practitioner. She lives in Los Angeles. Okay. Let's get in here and see what this deck is all about. I know there's other walkthroughs out there. Oops, sorry about that. But I've been purposely not watching them so that this could be a complete surprise for me. Let's see. Sorry about that. Oh, so it just is the kind that just tucks in the corners there. And then we have a guidebook. Okay, so it's one of those two-parters. So we have a guidebook here. Rachel True, beloved for her role in the cult classic The Craft, shares her tarot knowledge gained through a lifetime of practice in her first guidebook and deck. Accessible and conversational, True Heart helps readers use the cards as True does with an intuitive approach. She shares personal stories from experiences in Hollywood to illuminate how to personalize the meaning of each card and how, much in the way Carl Jung used them in his practice, tarot offers wisdom based on the reader's present energy. So let's see, how many pages? 207. Dedicated to Pamela Coleman Smith and all who came before. We can predict the future when we know how the present moment evolved from the past. If you want to understand the secrets of the universe, think of it in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. Nikola Tesla. So there's an introduction, getting started, digging into your deck, tarot spreads, and then you get the card meanings. So nice long introduction. Getting started, get focused, get comfortable, get centered. There's a get centered breathing exercise meditation. Learn to pick up energy, get grounded in nature. The backstory, choosing a tarot deck, care and feeding of your deck. Setting of the altar, keep a physical book. Connecting to your tarot cards using the Actor's Way. That's interesting. The Actor's Way exercise. Digging into your deck, tarot by numbers, right up on the numbers there. And we have the 4 suits. And each one's written out. So it looks like the 4 suits here are cups, wands, swords, and discs. There's a little blurb on the court cards. Reading reversals or low vibes. Shuffling, pulling clarifying cards. So, pretty decent book. Then you get a 1 card daily pull, 1 card, 1 question spread, 3 card Celtic Cross, the 11 card Mother Peace spread. Oh, it's from the Mother Peace deck. Okay. Goes into major detail about this one particular spread from the mother. Or then 10-card relationship snapshot spread, True Heart Tarot 5-card insight spread. Oh, a sample of the True Heart Tarot spread. And then we get into the cards, which looks like you can get a pretty decent write-up for the majors anyway. Looks like about 3.5 pages, 4 pages. Oh, some of them are a little longer than others. And then minors, let's see. Minors get just a one page write-up here. So, okay, definitely I'm going to be diving into that book. And this is interesting. I don't know if you're really meant to keep the deck in this box. I like boxes that are made to have the deck stay in them. I mean, it's pretty decent. No card's going to slip around, but we'll see. How I might want to just get a bag, but so that's the one bad thing about splitting a deck. It's like, it's pretty obvious where the split is there. I'm sure it'll be fine once it's shuffled, but then am I really going to want to put it back in the box? I like it when you can put it back in the box. That's just me, though. I know lots of people who refuse to put decks back in the box and have a very special bag or wrap specifically for their decks. So, let's see here. So these are the backs. You get the 4 suits. Probably on par with the Llewellyn deck as far as, I don't know, the deck cardstock is obviously pretty thin. I mean, it bends. I don't know. I just worry that it'll, while shuffling it, I might end up bending something. But interesting how her dress makes her see-through. It's kind of an interesting take. Magician, female magician. You got the 4 suits down here and the entire solar system behind her. That's very interesting. High Priestess. Get the 4 elemental symbols here. You got moon and sun. And you get the fabric with the pomegranate, so that's kind of cool. I like this touch of how the crescent moon, you can see it like a lake or the ocean through it. Oh, and the little subtle things. There's 2 keys right there. Here we have the Empress. Little mushrooms. I think they're little mushrooms. That's interesting. the Emperor. Interesting how the ram's heads are on his shoulders. Oh, and you can see a cityscape on his cloak, right? And the all-seeing eye. An Ankh. Interesting. Here we have the Hierophant. You got the double keys, the supplicants. It looks like he's sitting on a bed. That's interesting. So you get the staff. Just a little cap instead of the usual crown, but he's got rays coming out, right? Here we have the lovers. That is an interesting image. Both sides have burning flames and snakes. It looks like the angels are flying away. Well, that's done for. Let's just get out of here. Oh, and there's the apple at her feet. Chariot. Right, typical image for chariot. Yeah, this cardstock's kind of, the edges are kind of like curled up a little bit, which is kind of interesting. Strength. I like that she's not wrestling with the lion and just kind of sitting peacefully with him. I don't see the yin-yang, not the yin-yang, what am I saying? The infinity symbol, the lemon skate. Female hermit with a crescent moon bindi. That's interesting. What's with the mushrooms on almost every card? Wheel of Fortune. Eagle on one side, snake on the other. This actually looks almost Mayan or Aztec, except for the Western astrological symbols in the middle there, but saying these like structures on the outside. Here we have Justice. Sun and moon being balanced, it looks like. And, oh, she's standing on the sword of truth. Actually, what does that say on the sword itself? Huh. Is it an artist signature? I'm trying to use the camera to see, but... Oh god, I think I need bifocals. Well, hopefully we can see that once the video is going. Yeah, where is the... I'm curious, I don't see anything here about... Oh, illustrations by Stephanie Singleton. Okay. I'm not sure what that says. Maybe it says in the book here. Let me look it up real quick. Just to see. Talking about the Justice card, if pulled in low vibe. There's the story. It's just story. I don't. Interesting. So most of the write-up is her telling stories. Okay. Yeah, doesn't really describe the image. I mean, it does, but it doesn't give me what that word is. So let's continue. Sorry for the delay. Here we have the Hanged Man. Okay. Yeah, it's just that there's like animal heads growing from the tree, as well as a single person. Huh. That's an interesting image there. I'll have to go a little deeper. Wow. That's an interesting death card. Huh. Then here we have Temperance. That's interesting, the floating castle in the sky, floating island. Very interesting image there. The Devil. Huh. I'm not sure how I feel about this Devil card. I mean, I kind of like certain imagery, but I don't know. There's just something about it that's just, I guess disturbing is appropriate for the Devil card, right? Here we have the Tower. Interesting. Instead of people falling, you have like hands desperately trying to keep the tower together as the all-seeing eye destroys it. Huh. Very interesting. Here we have the Star. Interesting that there's a vine growing up around her leg. The Moon. Lots of pyramid images here, huh? Oh, Metatron's cube is behind the moon there. Are those amoebas? Well, they're like little amoebas, it looks like. Huh. Lots of eyes in these cards, too. Here's the Sun. There's all these insects thriving in the flowers. Multiple all-seeing eyes. And this is very Egyptian-like, with the hands reaching out from the sun. Judgment. The World. Oh, that's an interesting version of the world, because instead of the animals that are usually in the corners, 2 are in her hair and 2 are earrings. And then 4 elements tattooed down her arm. And we go into cups here. Ace of Cups was cups background. Oh, interesting. There's symbolism in the tattoos on the fingers there. Different versions of water symbols, I think. 2 of Cups. Taj Mahal. Three of Cups. I quite like that image actually, because it feels bigger than just the three. It's like the three are having a moment within a larger moment kind of thing. So it makes that celebration seem even more, I don't know, I was about to say cliquish, but that's not quite right either. But celebration within a celebration. Yeah, we'll just leave it at that. Four of Cups. Looks kind of like the Little Prince, huh? He's about to put one cup over the rose. Very intriguing. Five of Cups. Oh, wow. So many hands grasping the face, and there's only one eye looking out. It's very surreal. I kind of like it, actually. It's a very surreal take on the Five of Cups. Drowning in her own sorrow. Six of Cups. Ooh, I like that boat that has butterfly sails. That's pretty cool, actually. Yeah, these are very, not quite, some of them are a little surreal, some of them are impressionistic kind of artwork. Seven of Cups. Interesting touch with the waves looking to like hit from all directions there. Or maybe they're frozen waiting for a decision to be made. And then, I can't say exactly the usual, but there's like gems and necklaces and stuff, so. I usually like it when there's like 7 things instead of just repeats. But I get it. Here we have the Eight of Cups. Not only gonna leave, but you're going to another planet on this path. Interesting too that 1 foot on the path and 1 foot off, trying to decide whether to go or stay. Interesting touch there. Nine of Cups. What's up with her arm? That's like, I'm sorry. That arm is kind of doing something that's anatomically impossible. It's a gorgeous image, just that arm kind of bugs me a little. But, I mean, like I said, some of them are surreal and impressionistic images, so. Ten of Cups, happy family. Everything matchy-matchy. Oh, okay. So we have Princess of Cups instead of the Page. I see the courts are made to look different here. Prince instead of Knight. Watch out for the octopus. I love the little subtle hint though of like there's water waves going off on the side there, so there's no doubt that this is Cups, right? Queen of Cups. Ready to toast. King of Cups. What's going on there? Got an octopus tendril around one ankle, has a cup in one hand, and is that other cup in a bubble? Almost looks like that cup is floating in a bubble. Huh. And now we get... I love how the aces and the courts kind of stand out. That's actually kind of cool. I like that. And again, on the fingers you have the tattoos. Symbolize this element. Here we have the 2 of discs. And talk about balancing. Gotta balance 2 worlds. Subconscious, unconscious. Three of discs. Interesting. It's an interesting take on it. Oh, I see. They each have a piece of a disc, and together they can make it whole. That's kind of a nice touch. Actually, I can appreciate that. 4 of discs. Oh my, is that moth going to pounce? I mean, what's up with that? Huh? Interesting take on the 4 of discs. Wow, 5 of discs. That's... It's kind of disturbing. Six of discs. She's handing out flowers, really? Handing out sunflowers, I guess. Huh. Seven. Whoa. Interesting. So she's pregnant. And she's harvesting heads. Oh wow. I'm gonna have to sit with that one for a while. Definitely a different type of tarot. Eight of discs. Painting. Love the little touch of the spider's web, you know. Spider webs are made new each day. Or at least fixed, right? 9 of discs. I love the subtle touch of, instead of a bird, her having a butterfly on her finger. I really love this 9 of discs, actually. It's very pretty. Oh, 10 of discs. Got those peacocks. Oh, and I see there's like gems in the rock too. Interesting take. I like. Considering I live with peacocks right next to her. And so we have princess again. So we got princess, prince, queen, and king. Oh, got him literally riding a bull. Queen of discs. You still got the bunny in the corner. Here we have the king of discs. I love that crown of branches. That's really, I love that touch there. The green growing things, right? That's the marker for Earth. And then we go into wands. Ooh, Ace of Wands is the phoenix. I kind of like. Huh. Interesting touch there. Two of Wands. Trying to decide stay or go. New business venture, maybe. Here we have the Three of Wands. Oh, blue bit on the shoulder. And then we got the ships in the ocean still. So I like that imagery. I know it's not typical RWS, but here we have Four of Wands. Wedding, celebration. Interesting. Here we have Medusa as the 5 of Wands. Excuse me. I didn't bring my water over. Huh. And then at the top of each of the wands, there's something different. We got a flower, a frog, a bee, a bird skull, and a butterfly. Interesting take. Because, a lot of times it's your own internal struggle that's going on. So, interesting. 6 of Wands. I guess the bird is winning. Oh, and then you get that symbol of victory on the wrist. I think when we're done, I'll try and shuffle this deck and then see. Oh, 7 of Wands. She literally has 7 wands stuck in her shield. Interesting take. So she's hiding behind the wall of her shield. She's shielding herself. And then are those little arrows to throw back, I guess. And then what's up with that flame in the background there? Interesting take on the 8 of Wands, huh? Thoughts flying. Huh. I guess those are her shadow selves, dealing with your shadow. Naked truth? I don't know. Interesting. And the 10 of Wands. Oh, it's a scarab. Huh. That's interesting. It's almost like the 10 wands are actually supporting the scarab. It was just eating a human, I don't know. And we have the Princess of Wands. Very cool that they color-coded and made it very obvious, so when you're reading it just kind of sticks out. Yep, that's the princess. And here's the prince, aka Knight, riding a phoenix. And that little flame in the mountains I guess it's just a clue that it's a fire card, I guess. I'm not sure. Then here we have Queen of Wands, who's 6-armed. Interesting. Because she can multitask really well, maybe? Very interesting take on that. And then the King of Wands, who is literally breathing fire. Where's the salamanders? I guess there's a bird on his staff, so maybe that's like a miniature phoenix or something. Here we have the Ace of Swords. It's a cool little subtle detail of putting the crowns like in the background instead of on the sword itself. Intriguing. Two of Swords. Oh yeah, definitely all about being split in half, decisions, conscious, unconscious, day and night. Some of these images are very surreal. Here we have a typical Three of Swords. Swords through a heart. Heart is wrapped in barbed wire. Actually, I guess the heart and the swords are wrapped in barbed wire. Cut the cords that bind you, I see. Here we have the Four of Swords. Definitely rest, recuperation, meditation. That's an interesting version of that card. Lots of eyes in this deck. Five of Swords. I wonder... That's very intriguing. I'm not sure how to read that card. Here we have the Six of Swords. Letting the birds take her someplace more tranquil, I guess. Escape the swords. Seven of Swords. Oh, crossing the fingers, two foxes on the back. Shady behind the back deals kind of stuff, right? Eight of Swords. Wow. That's powerful for this card. That's an intense version of this card for sure. Here we have the Nine. Brain full of worms and creepy crawlies. Ugh, centipedes. That freaks me out. Just because in Hawaii we got centipede problems. So. Of course, knock on wood, we haven't had any issues here. Ten of Swords. Oh, interesting. Here we got the Medusa again, but this time she's stone. So it's like... Interesting. Interesting take. Princess. Those blossoms around her head. Oh no, butterflies. Okay. Prince. Yeah, this cardstock is kind of... It's okay, but I've definitely seen better. It's not very thick. Queen of Swords. Got the butterflies around her instead of as part of her crown. Interesting, subtle take there of the symbol for air made out of bones. And the King of Swords. Yeah, you can even see where all of them, I don't know if you can see this, but all of them, the edges are slightly curled towards the back. So let's see, and then because it was split, you can still see that split. shuffles nicely. That's nice. Let's do rifle shuffles. Or as some say, poker shuffles or bridge shuffles. What do you call this type of shuffling? I always heard it referred to as rifle shuffling, as you know. Sounds like a rifle. I guess. I don't even know why it's called rifle shuffling, truthfully. Just want to make sure it's nice and shuffled before I try to work with it. One more of the rifle, and then we'll try some overhand just to see how that works. Seems to stick together in groups. Probably because the edges are curled up, so they kind of grab a hold of each other. Definitely better for rifle shuffling. Yeah, it tends to clump. Let's see if it's a little better this way. A little bit better. Not much though. Let's see. What do the cards want to tell us today? Oh, we got the moon. Interesting. So, let's see here. What's the matter, old man? Sorry, my dog's kind of herky-jerky. So, high vibe, we have intuition, psychic ability, dream, states, creativity, secrets, psyche, lucidity, and low vibe is depression, delusion, lunacy, fear, isolation, addiction, anxiety, deception. The moon represents a fertile time to journey into the liminal space that exists in between consciousness and unconscious awareness. Things may not feel completely rational or coherent at this time, just at a view where you cannot quite see it, something's rustling in the shadows, metaphorically. Tremendous spiritual and creative clarity is possible for those willing to brave the dark unknown. Under the light of the moon stands the tower, replete and duplicated. A dog and a wolf howl, the tame and wild sides of our animalistic nature. The water is human consciousness becoming conscious. Traditionally, there's a lobster at the bottom of the card, but I've used amoebas to symbolize mankind crawling out of the primordial ooze and becoming conscious by the light of the moon. The stream between the water and the pyramid is the path to enlightenment. Unconscious becoming conscious. The pyramid represents mysteries revealed under the moon's light. You may be receiving downloads from your higher self, opening up your third eye and intuitive insights. Inner psyche work reveals secrets, dispels illusions, and helps uncover buried personal truths and mysteries. The veil between worlds is thin. Psychic activity may be at a high. Premonitions, lucid dreaming, and astral projection can be experienced. Keep a journal bedside to jot down your dreams. The etheric moon energy can feel unnerving when it shines on you. The moon controls the ocean's tides and keeps Earth stable in its rotation. Its influence is not to be underestimated. Can you face your true self and survive with lucidity and tact? Don't stay and howl too long, lest you wander off path permanently. Who you are, where you are from, and where you are heading, these are only some of the mysteries to unravel. For some who pull the moon card, recent confusion has lifted and your senses may feel tingly and flushed with creativity. Let your imaginative side out to give your higher self a voice. In relationship dynamics, an intense connection may feel broody and moody. Communicate in new ways to open up. Others may discover there is more to a new partner than meets the eye. Get all the details before handing over your heart. Check in with how you vibrate around certain people, places, and things, and spend your valuable time with what and who uplifts you. In professional life, get all crucial data before making decisions. It's easy to misinterpret information and actions, so thoughtfully check all details, vet any future prospects, use gut intuition when needed, and keep decisions, financial or otherwise, grounded in reality. This is not the time to get lost in dreams and schemes. Interesting. Interesting right up there. I like it. And then there's a small section for low vibe or reversed. And here they call it a low vibe. And then there's this long story about her. Yeah, so Rachel True's story about being a child living in the East Village. So I see now that this book is, a lot of it is actually stories about Rachel True, her living in life, and I understand that she's using her own stories to try and illustrate the meanings of the cards. So that's pretty cool, but I'm not going to be waylaying that information to clients or anything. So, but that is the True Heart Intuitive Tarot. It's interesting. I like it. It's not the typical. I do appreciate that it's diverse as far as skin tone and everything goes. Yeah, I'm going to have to sit with this deck for a little bit before I can decide whether I like it or not. It's just different enough that, there's certain aspects I do really appreciate, and then some aspects where I'm just like, what is going on here? So let me know in the comments, did you get this deck? Are you planning on getting this deck? And what do you think? I haven't watched any other walkthroughs, so maybe I will now that I've been able to do my own. And I look forward to actually hearing what other people think. So A, let me know if you've done a walkthrough, and B, please leave a message in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe. If you subscribe, make sure you hit that bell so you know when I put out new videos. Thank you again, and until next time, aloha!